Video I will be showing you how to create a ski mask in 8 steps. This video is mainly for intermediate crocheters, not really beginners. You will need your 5mm hook or whatever hook you prefer, but I use 5mm and some weight for yarn to get started. So let's get it started.
Ski mask tutorial.
Finally, I'm able to show you. So we're gonna start off with your basic loop. So I'm gonna speed through this real quick, but you wanna just hold on. Okay, girl. So what you want to do is chain 3. 1, 2, 3. It's probably gonna be like another video. So after you chain 3, you want to do 10 double crochets in the first chain. So I'm gonna speed it up. So now that you did the 10, you're going to chain 2, and then you're going to do 2 double crochets in each stitch. So there should be 20 because we have 10. So I'm going to speed it up. Now we're going to slip stitch back into the first stitch and chain 2. Now on this round, what we're going to do is 2 in the first stitch, and then we're going to do 1 in the next stitch, and then we're going to repeat the pattern all the way around. So 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, all the way around. Then you slip stitch into the first stitch. So this is our circle so far. Now you're going to chain 2, and then you're going to go 2, 1, 1, 2. So 2 stitches, 2 double crochets in the first stitch, 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, and then 2 double crochets after the 2 1 double crochets. 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. I'm gonna have to make a part 2. Catch me on that one. Okay, so we're on part 2. If you didn't check out part 1, we're making a ski mask. You need to go check out part 1 and then come to part 2. So we're gonna do 2 double crochets in the first stitch, 1 double crochet in the next stitch, 1 double crochet in the next stitch, and then 2 double crochets in the stitch after that. So 2, 1, 1, 2, all the way around. Repeat the pattern. I'm recording. So after you slip stitch into the first stitch, you're going to chain 2, and then you're going to do, the next pattern is going to be 2 into the first stitch, 1, 1, 1, 2. and then you're going to repeat the pattern. So 2 double crochets in the first one, 1 double crochet in the next one, 1 double crochet in the next one, 1 double crochet in the next one, 2 into the one after that one. So let's speed it up. No, don't close it. Okay. So now we're going to chain up 2, and then we're going to do, the pattern's going to be 2 in the first stitch, 1, 1, 1, 1, then 2 in the 6th stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. So 2, 1. This is part 3. If you haven't checked out part 1 and part 2, we are making a ski mask. Go check those out before you come to this one. So right now we're going to chain up 2. We're going to do 2 in the first stitch, 1 in the next 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 stitch, and 2 in that 6th stitch. So it should be 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2. And we're going to do that around. So 1 second. If you ever get confused, when you're doing the double crochet the next space, this is the one before, you'll see the 2 before you do the next 2. So yeah, let's finish up. Then you're going to slip stitch into the first chain. So here's our row so far. So if you're making one for a smaller head, usually women's size, you want to stop at this point. You're not going to do any more from this. You're going to start and go around. What you're going to do is you're going to chain 2 in the first stitch, and then you're going to do 14 stitches, and then you're going to chain 2 afterwards. So 2, then do 14 regular double crochets, and then 2, and then 14 regular double crochets, and then 2 double crochets in the next one, and then 14 all the way around. But this one is for a men's size, so I'm going to do another row, and what I'm going to do is chain up 2 and go 2 into the first stitch, and then do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2 into that next stitch. I hope this makes sense. If not, save it and replay it. Okay? Catch you in the next one. This is part 4. So just in case, if you haven't watched part 1, 2, 3, this is part 4. We are making a ski mask. I'm going to repeat what I said in the last one towards the end. If you are making this for a smaller head, more like women's size, I have a big head, so I need a men's like bigger. This, you're going to chain 2, and then you're going to do 2 double crochets in the first stitch, and then you're going to do 14 double crochets. You're going to count 14 and do each double crochet, and then after your 14 double crochets, you're going to do 2 double crochets in that following stitch, and then you're going to repeat the pattern and do 14 and then 2 double crochets and then 14 and 2 double crochets until you reach back to the front, and then you're going to slip stitch. For those with bigger heads like myself, yes, I have natural hair, so I have a little bigger head, I'm chaining 2, but I'm going to make it bigger, and this can be for men's as well. Instead of doing that way, I'm going to do 2 in the first stitch, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then in this stitch, after the 5 single double crochets, I'm gonna do 2 double crochets in that stitch. So I hope I'm making sense. Let's speed it up. So I decided to do it like this. So now we're gonna do, I did my 2, we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then as you see right here is where my other double crochet was, and 2 of them in one stitch. We're gonna do 1, 2 in one stitch, and then we're gonna repeat the pattern. Okay, we made it to the front, the top, the first one, and we slip stitch, and now we're going to chain 2, and then we're going to go on to part 5. So this is part 5, and we're finishing our ski mask. If you haven't checked the first parts, go check those out. So right now in this row, we're going to do chain up 2, and then we're going to do 2 in the first stitch, and then 1 in the next 14 stitches, and then 2 in the following stitch. So we're going to repeat that pattern: 2, 1 in the next 14, then 2, and then 1 in the next 14. We're going to do that all the way around. So I'm going to speed it up. So we'll slip stitch to the first stitch and chain up 2. If you did the smaller ski mask for rows 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, you'll double crochet in each stitch around, and then chain up 2 and double crochet, chain up 2. No more increases. If you're doing the bigger one like me, we're going to do it for the next 4 rows. So we already did row 8, so we'll do row 9, 10, 11, 12. We're going to double crochet in each stitch around for the next 4 rows. No more increases. Okay? So if you need to pause the video here, pause and complete those rows, and then play the video back. I'm going to go and do my next 4 rows, and then we'll meet back when we finish the 4 rows so we can start the eye open area. Okay? And by the way, we're not doing 2 double crochets in the first stitch. We're just going to do 1 double crochet and all the way around. I tend to put a stitch marker on this first row, so that way I know that this is the beginning of my 4 rows, if that makes sense. So we finished the round and we're back at the beginning. We've done our stitches. Now we're going to start the above the eye. So what you're going to do is you're going to chain up 2, and then you're going to double crochet in 21 stitches. 21 and then stop. Stop and then go to the next part of the video so we can finish it up. We're on part 6. So if you haven't looked at the other parts for the ski mask, you don't need to watch this because you're going to be confused. So all my people who are joining from part 5 to part 6, you've done the 21 double crochets. On the 22nd stitch, you're going to do a half double crochet. And then you're going to slip stitch. Listen to me clearly when I say it. You did the half double crochet, and now we're going to slip stitch 20 stitches, and then stop there until I have to give you instructions. Now, you've done your 20 slip stitch. If you're the type of person that you get confused with your stops, like I can tell the difference, you can put stitch markers in. Remember that. So after your 20th slip stitch, you're going to do a half double crochet on the next stitch. And then you're going to do a double crochet for the remaining stitches until you get back to the first stitch right here. And then you're going to slip stitch. And you're going to wait so I can tell you the next instructions. Bada boom, bada bing. Okay. Okay. So make sure that you pause it and then play when you're ready, because I'm just going to jump right into when I finish. Okay, we slip stitch. Now we're going to chain 2. And then we're going to double crochet in the 21 stitches again and then stop. Now, after you hit the 21st stitch, you're going to chain 23 stitches. Chain. I mean, literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Make sure you did 23. Don't have to go as fast as me. Do your 23 and then meet me in the next video so I can tell you what to do next. Part 7, baby. We are here. We are doing this. If you haven't seen the first ones, we are making a ski mask. And if you aren't making one with us, scoop. For those who want to make one, let's continue. Go back to part 1 if you haven't started yet. It's okay, baby. I got you on the videos. Okay, so now we're gonna we have the 23 chain. We're not gonna do it into that first half double crochet. We're gonna go right into the double crochet that we did on the opposite side, and we're gonna do a double crochet. So you need to loop the yarn again, put it through, hook it, and then we're gonna do the half double, if I can get it, crochet. So see, it should look like this. So we didn't go into the first half double crochet. We went into the double crochet and did a double crochet from our chain. Now we're going to double crochet the remaining all the way to the first stitch, and then we're right here, and you're going to slip stitch and then chain 2. You got it. I believe in you. I cannot wait to see y'all finished product because I am excited. This is my first tutorial, so I hope I'm doing good. I'm not trying to rush, but I wanted to give y'all something. that you can actually do and go back and look at, share, save, whatever. But okay, let me finish. Okay, so I hope you paused and did what I told you to do in the previous video clip. But okay, now we chained our 2. We're going to double crochet all the way until you get to the chain, and then wait for me so I can tell you what to do. Do that. Pause the video if you need to, anytime, and play again. Take your time. This is not a rush. Alright, so now I'm at this part where I'm entering the chain. You are going to double crochet in each chain all the way across. Don't want to miss chains. So we have 1 right here, and it should be 23 chains. 1, I mean literally each one. 2, you're double crocheting. 3. This is a little hard sometimes, so take your time. But you're going to keep going all the way through, and I'll show you when I finish. Remember, pause. Take your time. I'm still here. I'm not going nowhere. I'm not going to leave you like that. Once you go through all of them and you connect to the other side, you're going to double crochet all the way to the... Hey, we're at part 8. Okay, so we've already finished the chain. If you are just joining, you need to go back to the first one. We are doing a ski mask. So far, we're right here. You got to start from the beginning. But it's okay, I got you. I did videos. So you're going to go... So after you've connected your chain from this chain, you're going to go ahead and double crochet all the way to the beginning. We're getting to the ending of our time together. I really enjoyed this. So after you've slip stitched into the first stitch and chain 2, you're going to do 16 rows of double crochet around for the remainder of the project. You're going to finish the project out doing 16 rows. Let's just start darkening out. After you've done your 16 rows, so if you need to get a stitch marker, put a stitch marker here, and you have to do 16 of them bad boys. Yes, I know. After you've done your 16 rows and you've reached the end, so you can pause here and do your 16 rows first, and then, because I'm about to tell you how to finish it off. After you've done your 16 rows, you're going to flip it, and you're going to go the opposite way. You're going to do your slip stitch in, chain 2, and then you're going to flip. Then you're going to do on the 31st row. It should be 31st, I think. Yeah, after your 16. You're going to half double crochet in the remaining, all of the rows all the way around to get back to the beginning. This is when you flip your project at the end. To the last row will be a half double crochet in the opposite way in the last row. Half double crochet all the way around, and then your project is completed. Then you will knot the ends. You can use nail glue, or you can fasten it your way of fastening, but then your ski mask should look like this. I have a finished one. I would put this one on, but I can't because this is an order, but I have a finished one, so hold on. This is it on my hand. This is the completed one.
Tag me in your completed projects. I would love to see them.
Mannequin. This is a bigger size head for like men and people with bigger heads like myself. Once you finish, this is how it should look. Stitch this with your completed project because I want to see. Bye, y'all.